Hey guys, Dave here. Well, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love goulash. And the term goulash we'll talk about later on in the video. But I made up a goulash recipe about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and it came out incredible. And everybody loved it, but there were so many comments on how to make little subtle changes to the goulash recipe that I think today we're going to go ahead and make those changes. And I think it's going to come out absolutely incredible. So let's bite the bullet and get started. And as always, let's start with our ingredients. We got some beef broth, some onions, some garlic, some cheese, a cup of coffee that I'm going to drink, some red bell pepper, green bell pepper, sausage, some ground beef, pepper, salt, oil, smoked paprika, Worcestershire sauce, Italian seasoning, tomato or tomato soup, diced tomatoes or stewed tomatoes, and some V8 juice, and of course, the macaroni noodles. Okay, now what I'm going to do is grab up those Italian sausages, and these are the hot Italian, and I'm do a little slice, and I'm going to pull the casing off of these, simply because I'm going to mix them in with the ground beef and fry them up, so they're better with the casings off. Next up, I got the old pan fired up over medium-high heat, so I'm going to go in with a pound, and this is lean ground beef, and it's a grass-fed, and then I'm just going to kind of break this up a little bit. And incidentally, I got this beef on sale for $4 a pound, which to me that's pretty good, and it's not a bad beef. So I bought up a whole heap of it and cut it down in the freezer. Then I'm going to grab up those sausage that I took the casing on and just kind of break this up and add them into the beef. Now that's the one change I made, is the addition of the sausage to the goulash, which to me is going to be good. And you don't have to do it. I mean, you can add just regular old sausage or honey garlic, or leave the sausage big. Give everything the old stir-a-rooney and get these meats mixed together here. And we'll just fry these up until they're browned up here. And while that ground beef is frying up, I'm going to take up that red bell pepper, and we're going to kind of slice and dice this up. And of course, we're going to do the same thing for that green bell pepper. And of course, you don't have to use red and green bell peppers. You can use any color of bell pepper you want, or I don't know, a different veggie for that matter. But red and green are good for me. And we are looking pretty good here now. So I'm going to shove everything to one side. But I'm finding with this, I know it's lean, but with this grass-fed too, I'm not getting nearly as much grease and water as I usually get. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Now, I have got some liquid here, but I think that's from the sausage, so that's fine. I mean, that's flavor. So now I'm going to add in half a chopped onion, not small, just a medium chopped onion, and 3 cloves of the old garlic. And I'll just stir and saute this for a few minutes, a couple of minutes, just until that wonderful aroma fills the air. You got to have onion and garlic and everything, guys. Now I'm going to mix all of this together, something like that. Oh, this is smelling so good with that onion and garlic. Now this is nicely sauteed up. I'm going to go in with about teaspoon and a half of the old Italiano seasoning. You know me, I use it on everything, and it's got everything in it. A good teaspoon or 2 of the old smoked paprika. It wouldn't be goulash without paprika. And make sure you use the smoke, because, you know, that makes all the difference in the world. A little more expensive, but it makes a big difference. Bit of the old saltation or salt. I don't know, another teaspoon. My all-time favorite, ground black pepper. And you know me, I add quite a bit of this. And of course, for that depth of flavor, some of that Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to put, I don't know, a couple of teaspoons in here. Even a tablespoon never hurts. Of course, we're going to give everything a good stir together. Oh man, is this ever smelling good? And this did saute up nicely. After we're all stirred around here, I'm going to shove everything to one side again. And we are going to go in with those red and green bell peppers. We'll just stir and saute these up for a couple of minutes here again. Now, the reason I'm adding them now is simply because I don't want them too crunchy. And they kind of got on the side, and I forgot about them before, but that's fine. They'll be great. And I am also going to slice up a jalapeno just for that extra little bit of oomph and heat. And continue to stir and fry here. Alrighty then, we'll give everything a mix together one more time. Now it is time to go in with a can of stewed tomatoes. And actually, this is the Italian stewed with the herb and garlic in it. A medium can or just a can of tomato or tomato soup, which, believe it or not, a lot of people use, and it is so good in any kind of goulash. Throw in a cup and a half of good, rich beef broth. And the last addition, guys, a lot of people are suggesting is a can, just a small can of spicy V8 juice. And I think this is going to make all the difference in the world. So this is going to kind of be a spicy, spicy goulash. Now we're just going to give everything a mix together, and we'll bring this to a nice, slow, soft boil. Now we got a nice soft boil going on here. I'm going to throw in 2 cups of uncooked macaroni noodles. You can use whatever noodle you like. I just like the macaroni. Give everything a stir around again until those noodles are well incorporated. And I gave this a taste, and it is so good with that extra spice in there and that V8 juice. Oh, doggies. Now we're going to slip a lid on and let this soft boil away for about 12 minutes or so. Okay, while we're waiting for those noodles to cook, we talked about the term goulash. Yeah, I get into a lot of trouble because people say, it's Hungarian, it's not even close, go away, blah, 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 blah. Well, to me, the term goulash it's actually a word I grew up with, and to me, it always meant a whole heap of stuff you just throw together and make something good out of. It's like any word. It's like, hey, hey used to be something in a field. Now it's a greeting. So words change and evolve over time. In my opinion, that's what's happened with the word goulash. So I guess, I don't know, in that, the words of that song of Johnny Cash, I don't like it, but I guess things happen that way. It's the same with goulash. It's evolved, and goulash is a whole heap of stuff that go together nicely. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now, I've let these go for about 14 minutes, guys. It's a little longer than usual, but it is cooked through, and this is looking absolutely fantastic. So now what I'm going to do is kill the heat and grate in some old, sharp cheddar cheese. Now, this is totally optional, but you know me, I'm a cheese lover. Basically like a great big mouse. And I like the old sharp, but you could use, mozzarella, whatever you like. Or, like I say, leave the cheese out totally. Now we'll give everything a stir together and let that cheese melt in there. Now, a couple of tips here. Number one, guys, if you find this is a bit too dry, go ahead and add in a bit more water. And I've taken the top off this while it's cooking, especially if you're cooking in cast, and given it a stir like every 3 minutes or so, because those noodles will stick to the bottom in a cast iron pan. They shouldn't in a non-stick, but, that's just what I find. Now, one other tip that comes to mind, if you want this to cook a little bit faster, because we let this cook about 14 minutes with the noodles in there, you could pre-cook the noodles and you'd save yourself a bit of time, and you'd have this well under half an hour. So just keep that in mind. We are pretty much done here. And there you have it, guys, our new, improved, spicy goulash. You are going to love this. Everybody's going to love it. Great for a family dinner, a party, whatever you like. All right, guys, let's dig in here and see what we got. I mean, let's look at this. A nice combination of everything. Ground beef, ground pork. Oh, my goodness. The sauce, the bell peppers, the noodles, just about everything you could imagine in a goulash. All righty, then. Time for the old taste test. What a difference a few ingredients can make in this goulash from the last goulash. I mean, the last one was good, but this is with the hot Italian sausage in here, the jalapeno peppers, and that V8 makes a tremendous difference. You are gonna love this. Definitely, it does make definitely a must make. It does freeze well, so I'm gonna try and freeze some for a little Tupperware container and freeze it up and use it later. Anyway, if you do make this up, leave us a comment. Love to read them. Give us a like, helps the channel out. Most of all, subscribe. Why not? It's free. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Check out our last video on the pork chops, and we'll see you next time.